How do you win an offer in today's hot sellers market? Every week, we're going to be bringing you the results of our multiple offer Mondays so that you can learn how to create an offer that's going to win the home of your dreams. It's a highly competitive market out there right now. There's a lot of little tips and tricks that we're learning along the way, and we want to share them with you. This week, we're going to be looking at the results of 3315 West Newmark in West Valley. Over 300 people came through our open house on Saturday. There was a line, and we ran out of everything. We ran out of sign-in sheets. We ran out of flyers. Well, we didn't run out of little treats for the kids. We always play a game with Luke, and they have to go and find Luke, and that we hide in the house somewhere, and then run up and find Rod and ask for a little orange candy. We didn't run out of candies, but we ran out of everything else, which tells you that we've had over 300 people through the open house in a couple of hours. One of the reasons that we think that we did is because we only allowed showings on Saturday on this particular home because it was Easter Sunday and our sellers actually work from home. So they didn't have an opportunity to open it up for several days, which was okay because we had everybody through. We also do a video walkthrough, which is a full walkthrough of the house. We don't skip around and make it pretty. It just is a certain walkthrough right through the home. This gives the buyers a chance to virtually walk through whether they attended the open house and then want to go back and remember, because sometimes they see a lot of houses or dream a little bit more or place their furniture, just making sure that they know exactly which home they're writing an offer on. And the other reason is sometimes people just can't attend an open house or they want to see the house before it is on open house. We're actually going to show you the link. You can go ahead and follow the link that I'm going to put up here, and you'll be able to see the actual virtual visit that we posted on this home. Okay, so I'm going to skip forward to multiple offer Monday. It took us all day long to prepare and package all of the offers for the seller to review, and we presented 35 offers to the seller. That's 35 families who went home on Saturday and they had dreams and could picture their family moving in, and this family is actually leaving the chicken coop and the chickens. Can't tell you how many families were really excited to come home and introduce their family to a new pet, get some eggs with it. It was really truly a fun open house, a great house to be able to market and sell. And we could feel the excitement in all of those families. 35 of them stepped up to the plate and wrote an offer, but only one family won. Only one. And that's really the hardest part of the job right now, is the fact that 34 of these families who dream about this home in particular for several nights in a row are going to bed tonight disappointed and having to start over again. There were a lot of conversations at the open house that buyers shared with us that said, I've been out there looking for 7 months or 5 months, or I'm living in mom's basement, or, just lots of stories behind those 34 families that we couldn't say yes to. That's the hardest part. So we wanted to create this video series for you to be able to position yourself to win more in the future, or at least move up in the ranks, so that when your dream home comes up, you're in a position where the seller can say yes. We're going to be posting this out hopefully every week and give you another story about multiple offer Monday, because that's what it seems like our market is doing right now, multiple offer Monday. So I can't tell you the exact numbers of what the offer came in at that won, but I do want to run over a couple of things just so that you can get a good grasp on what it takes to win. Number one, it's the price. The price was significantly over the 410, not just a couple thousand, not at asking price, and absolutely not lower, significantly higher. They also, the second thing that they did is they had an appraisal gap guarantee. What that is that says, we're going to offer up here, and we pretty sure that it's going to appraise down here, but what we're going to do is we've got enough cash that we're going to give you more so that the price comes in up here. Does that make sense? So it gives the sellers a better feeling that, you know, hey, appraisals are behind the times right now. With the market is going like this, the appraisers are using ancient history in order to create the appraisal values, and they can't find, buyers can't find houses at those old values anymore because the prices are going up. A large appraisal gap does help your offer. The third thing would be a large down payment to ensure that they have the money for that appraisal gap. You don't want to get somebody in there that is using all of their 20% on the, you know, they have to do 20% down in order to qualify, and you don't want to find a buyer that's going to use all of that as their appraisal gap guarantee, because if they do, they may not end up qualifying if it does come in lower. Just so you know, that is one thing that we have learned over the past year. The fourth thing is a house. The buyer did not have a house to sell. The buyer had sold their house. They had the cash sitting in the bank, which is really nice. And they're living with family, which isn't so nice for the buyer. Makes it, you know, a lot easier for them to negotiate a really good offer when they've already closed on their home and they've got cash in their hand to make these offers really solid. The fifth thing is the buyer's agent is very experienced in selling real estate. They, you know, experience matters when you're choosing your buyer's agent. You want to make sure that they've sold a lot of houses as a buyer's agent, that they have the experience to write and win an offer in today's market. It is a tough and competitive market, and it takes somebody who has experience and guts to be able to put together a great offer. When I look through all of those offers as we're putting them together for the seller, there were several of them that were poorly written, whether the agent missed a calculation or missed a blank or missed something. When you're signing the offer, make sure that you review it and that it looks good, because if there's something on it that is not really correct and the other agent catches it, the listing agent, that could put your offer in the back. Okay, just make sure that they're writing a great offer. The sixth thing that we want to say is that on the one that won, again, it is the offer. It was well written. When the offer itself was well written, but it wasn't just that. It was the way that she handed us the offer. Now, what happens, and I don't know if you know this, in today's electronic world, we, as agents working with the buyer, will write the offer, have you sign it, then we put the package together that's going to then be taken by the listing agent and presented to the seller. Well, a lot of buyer's agents are very lazy. I know, I just sorted through 35 offers today. They're very lazy, and they will send me 15 different documents, and guess who gets to put them all together? That doesn't work for me. Well, it does work for me because I do it all the time. But I notice when the buyer's agent takes the time to package together the entire package, so it's one document that I have that it's already ready for me to go. It saves me so much time, and I'm in gratitude for any agent that will take the time to do that, because you want to make sure that you include a few other things with your offer rather than just the purchase contract. And that actually leads to number 7. the buyer had written a letter from the heart. That's what I call it. It's a letter from the heart. And it is a letter that comes from the buyer and is from the heart, telling the seller, you know, something great that they love about the house, a little bit about them and their family and their circumstances, things like that. Something that is really from the heart. Okay, so I might cry here because I just read 35 letters from the heart, and we only got to say yes to one of them, right? And the letters from the heart are what connects the emotion, you know, of that contract to the seller. We had one buyer, actually, I'm going to tell you about him in just a minute. Don't forget your letter from the heart. It's not all agents will present it to the seller, but to us, it's very important that the seller realizes how many people are being affected by this challenging market, and to make their decision, maybe not be greedy and only look at the highest offer, but also look at all of the other families that they're having to say no to. So for us, it's really important. I wanted to also tell you a little bit about, so I want to shift, right? And I want to tell you a little bit about offers and buyers that really stood out this week, because it's such a competitive market that buyers and their agents are doing some really good things that stand out. And anything that you can do to your offer to stand out is great. Here's some offers and buyers that really stood out. And I want to take a minute to say thank you very much for taking the time to create this extra step for the sellers to stand out, to make your offer a little bit better. One buyer actually delivered a gift to the seller's home this morning. I knew it was going to happen because they told me. I didn't tell the seller because I wanted them to be surprised. So as soon as they received the gift, they texted and they said, "Oh my gosh, guess what we just got? Please let me know which offer that was." So I made sure that that offer got presented first. The sellers asked for that because of a small token gift, and it was really appreciated. Another one was the other one, and this one made Rod and myself cry. And then we sent it over to the seller yesterday, and it was Easter and, you know, time for family and everything. And we got a video. It was a heartfelt video from their whole family. And oh my gosh, so cute. And they just talked about how much they love the house. And we cried and cried because it really does put that personal touch on the buyer. The sellers asked to see that one as well. Put that one at the top, obviously, right? Right before that, now we're really open with all of the buyer's agents that we work with during a multiple offer situation like we're going through. And every single one of them knew that we were going to be presenting the offer tonight at 5 o'clock. One of the buyer's agents hand delivered a box of brownies, probably about an hour before they were going to sit down and get the presentation. And again, seller said, "Whose offer is that? I want to know." He was able to say all of the things that were in his letter. He was saying, "Hey, here's a strong, that I just wanted you to recognize that we made an offer and that it's a strong offer and the buyers are XYZ." And he was able to verbally tell the sellers about it. That stood out. I think it's awesome because the sellers really do know that those buyer's agents are working hard for every penny that they're making right now. So those are my tips. If you are watching this video because you stopped by the open house and you didn't win, please know that we read every single one of those letters. We looked at every photo, And I got to meet most of you face to face, and it is heartbreaking to me that we couldn't say yes to all of you. Rod and I are absolutely committed in this market to go find you some more options and to get them out there so that we can make sure that every family who wants to buy a house can. We're absolutely committed to going and finding more sellers for you. So just so you know, because that is our commitment, that's why we want to keep doing these videos for you and helping you to write a great offer so that yours can be accepted. But what I want you to do now is to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. I want you to hit that bell, and here's why. Virtual visits are going to come out the same day that they come on the MLS and have you allow you to walk through the house, just like the one that you just saw, and be able to walk through the house before you even have to wait for the open house. Gives you a heads up for all of those things that are coming up. Okay, we're not trying to take you away from any buyer's agent or contract that you have. I just want to give you more options. And if you go ahead and in the description, you'll have a bunch of links to some different videos and different tools and things like that. Feel free to use them. What we're going to be doing as well is giving you a bonus, which here's the bonus. After this house closes, we're going to do another video and show you exactly what those numbers were. I want you to have the tools to win. I want you to go out there and be able to find the house of your dreams and to present an offer that wins. Every week, this is going to change. What's winning is going to change from day to day and from week to week. We're here to help you with that. Okay, have a great one. Everybody loves Luke.